This conference will now be recorded.
Sorry, Pooja, you were mentioning something?
No, I thought you were asking something.
Yeah. I was asking, how are you now?
Yeah, I'm better now, much better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great. Sure.
it's almost 5 days, almost more than that. So now it's good.
Mhm. Okay, great. Okay, we'll give one more minute and then get
Yeah,
started.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we will get started. Let me start sharing my screen. Yeah. So this is where we stopped, right? We wanted to discuss on prioritization methods. How can we prioritize our requirements? So there are a couple of techniques, prioritization methods that we can use in the industry. So let's try to understand a few of those, like Moscow, RISE, and KANO model. Okay. The first one is Moscow. Whether anyone who has heard of Moscow earlier?
No.
Not the city though.
No, Raji,
Mm.
no.
Oh, okay. Moscow stands for must have, should have, could have, won't have. Okay. So basically, you are categorizing your requirements into four buckets: must have, should have, could have, won't have. Must have are the requirements which are absolutely needed, without which the product cannot be released. The customer cannot use the product. At any cost, without these requirements, you cannot release the product. Okay, so you will identify such requirements and categorize as must have. So, okay, and then should have. Should have are like high priority requirements. High priority requirements where you will see what are the
Hi,
okay.
Raji.
This is a hey Pearl, thanks for joining. So just starting with prioritization techniques. So the first prioritization technique is Moscow. So Moscow stands for must have, should have, could have, and won't have. Basically, here we will categorize the requirements into four buckets, and each of these requirement might fall into these buckets. Okay, must have are the requirements which are absolutely needed, without which you can not complete, you cannot proceed. Example, uh, your creation of username password during registration for any of the app, right? That is a must have. Without registering, how can you move ahead, right? So without registration, without that unique thing which is used by the customer to log in, without that you cannot move ahead, right? Those are must have requirements. Should have is high priority requirements, like high priority requirements can be Um, um, like for example, yeah, registration with register with Google, Facebook, and all those things. Those are also high priority requirements because uh, you know um, you tend to lose lot of users registering if registration process itself is complex, right? So it's a high priority feature or requirement that is there. However, for now, maybe we can look into other things. Meaning, we can focus on high priority requirements or should have ones maybe in the upcoming sprint. But for now, you should make sure all the must-haves are completed. Okay, and then could have. These are possible optional features, like searching, filtering, and all. Right, your application still works without searching, filtering, but you are making customers' life easier by having all the searching, filtering options. So those can be your could have features. Could have features, and won't have is like something that you will not implement for now, and you will be implementing in maybe only if you have time later in the release, or you will push it to the next release. Either ways, okay. These are least low priority requirements. You have it, you will do it only when you have time. Otherwise, you will skip this, or push it to the next release or launch. Okay, that's on the Moscow. So you basically categorize your requirements into these buckets. So let me open our Jira and see how we can manage this. So, Jira, this one Jira. Right? Yeah. Now, how do you manage this in Jira? Is maybe something like this. You'll have a label added for each of this. Take this two-factor authentication. So I'll mark this as, I'll add a label saying should have, should have. Okay. Then you have a label for now. And then maybe human validation. That also I'll have should already created, so I'll use it. Emergency primary phone number. This is could have maybe. So where is the label? Yeah, could have. I'll create a new label. Could have. And then maybe secondary phone number. Could have. So, okay. And then relationship with the contact. Just for the sake of doing it, I'll make it must have. Okay. I'll keep these also. Maybe must have. Was this created for the previous one? Must have. I'll use this. Okay. Now I'll use this just for the sake of doing it. Must have. And then existing illness. So on and so forth. This is how you create labels. Your label creating labels will be easier for you to figure out the priority. Right now, assume you want to know all the must-haves. Obviously, you want to figure out what are the must-have things that are there here. Or you can also do it this way. Your product backlog can be based on the priority, can be sorted. Like this is the highest priority one. This is the second highest priority one. Third highest priority one. So you can also sort it that way, or you can also do it this way. Go to issues, and if you want to know all the must-have issues, then out of all this, you want to know what are the must-have things. So you'll say project. You'll say the project as health management. Okay, that's the project. You'll say the type. You want to know all the stories that are must have. Okay, you will select story. Then status is fine. Assign is fine. Now you will what are you looking for? Label. You will search for label here. Label. Is that label or anything else? Okay, label is not here. Why? Okay, let me go to advanced search. Let's see. Go to advanced search. Now here, health management, story, status all. Okay, here, uh, maybe you'll click on more and see if I have label. Let me search for label. A, B, E,
Yeah.
yes, I have label. So I'll select label. Okay. Now I want to know which label. I
Must
want to
have.
know all the must-haves. I'll select must-haves. So these are the issues that are must-haves. It would be coming up. Or I also want to know should have along with must-have. Then I'll select this. So it says these are the issues. There are 5 issues.
Okay.
I assume you want to see those here. You'll go to columns. Then you will see. I want to see labels also. You'll select labels. Done. Now you see you have the labels also here. But I want to see it here, somewhere here. Then you can pull it. You'll have labels here. Then you can figure out
Okay.
what are this. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Is
That
clear
was in
how to
reports, right?
issues,
Issues.
not
Yeah,
reports.
issues.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually see all the must-have issues. You can also export it to Excel. You can also export it to Excel. You can open this in Excel and view. So for your reference, allow a new tab. Okay, allow. Excel on desktop. Okay. Okay, Jira to like to view. Okay, choose a site. It's this. Says health management, right? Accept. Yeah, you can either download or I just tried opening, but you can always export. You can click here as export and export it to where is that? Excel CSV, yeah? CSV. I want only current fields. I don't want all the fields that will junk up. You can do it this way also. So, you see, it's here. Yeah. So this is the Excel. Okay. Where, this is the export of the issues.
Okay.
This is okay. Creating file back to Jira. That's okay. Anyway, we exported, right? That should be fine. Click on the link if the file. Okay. I think this download is also complete. This is the download. Fine. But everyone understood, right? The point
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
What we are trying to do. Okay. Great.
Yes, Raju.
Okay. Sure. Now that is Moscow. Now let's go back. Try to understand the next technique called as RICE model. So RICE stands for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. Okay. Now how do you do this? So um, basically this is used to prioritize the features and not the stories. Okay, prioritize the features and not the stories. Right now, let me open an Excel. I think I already have an Excel. Let me open that up. So I'll go to training. Where is the trace mode? Yeah, I got it. Huh. There's one Excel that I had created to explain the team members. But no, let's try to understand the basics of it. First, let's try to understand what is reach, what is impact, what is confident, what is effort. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, as I told, RISE is an acronym for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. Now, what does the reach mean? Basically, the feature that you are building, how many people are is it reaching out to? How many people is it reaching to? Right? So you'll try to figure that out. So these are the four factors that are considered. So um, this reach is measured in number of people or events in a certain time period. Likely, that can be like customers per quarter or transactions per month. You know? So yeah, as much as possible, we'll try to use the real measurement. So instead of pulling numbers from a hat, like uh, example can be like 500 customers, reach this point in the sign up funnel each month. Each month, around 500 customers are signing up for my health management system. Okay, so um, so I mean to say, 500 people come to the sign up page. Okay, 500 people come to sign up page, and maybe around 400 or 300 of them actually sign up. Okay, actually sign up. So you have actual customers of around 300 customers per month. That is your reach. Okay, uh, and that's for your particular quarter. So the customers that who are able to reach this feature of registration is 300. Okay, now next is impact. So impact is how is it impacting the customer? You know, again, we'll categorize this into these buckets. So what is the impact? Do we have massive impact? If it's a massive impact, we give a score of 9 to 10. High impact, 7 to 8. Medium impact, 5 to 6. Low impact, 3 to 4. Minimal impact, 1 to 2. So, so, so impact is actually, really difficult to measure precisely. So that's the reason we choose from multiple choice scale. Like we give 3 for massive impact, 2 for high impact, 1 for medium impact, zero point 0.5 for low impact, and minimal has a 0.25 impact. So these numbers get multiplied into final score to scale it up or down. So I'll put the impact here. This example, maybe I'll come to it. So I'll put the number there. So like it can be like for each customer who sees it, this will have a huge impact. So this will have a huge, a massive impact. Then then the impact score is 3, right? So in this case, registration number of people reaching the registration page is 5,000. The impact is we have a huge impact, And then next is confidence level. What is the confidence level? Confidence level is like the percentage or uh, how confident are you about this particular feature? How confident are you about this feature and about this numbers? The numbers that we are putting here, how confident are we about it? If we are, if it is above 80%, then we say it's it's the numbers that we have put here is we are really really confident on that. The confidence level is high. If it is anywhere between 50 to 80, then we say the confidence level is kind of low. And if it is anywhere less than 50%, then we say it's a shot in the dark. So we are not much confident about it, and we're just taking a chance here, right? So this is the confidence level on the numbers that we have put here. And then we have the effort. Effort meaning, okay, if we have to build this feature, if we have to build this feature, what is the effort needed? I have just put this in number of hours. 1000 hours is what I put. 600 hours, 400 hours. I put it in number of hours. You can also put it in number of days if you want. Okay. So what is the effort needed to complete this? So you have the reach. This particular feature is reaching to 5000 people, and the impact here is very massive impact. The confidence on doing this is pretty high, and the effort needed is 1000. So keeping these numbers in mind, keeping this formula in mind, we use the reach. We'll try to calculate the reach score. So if you see, I've already put the formula B2 into C2 into D2 divided by E2. That is 13.5. 13.5 is the rise score. Similarly, we'll go for next feature. We'll put the same kind of you know we'll reach, impact, confidence, effort. Like for searching and filtering, it's reaching to 4000 people, obviously, right? Registration is higher in the funnel, and only when people register, only when they come inside, they'll see the searching and filtering, right? So 4000 people is it reaching out to, and the impact is high. It's not massive impact, but high impact. Confidence level is around 85%. We say effort needed is around 600 hours, then the rise score would be 11.3. And then the payments, maybe out of the people that coming, not all will purchase, right? So maybe only few people will purchase, so 3000. But the impact is medium impact. Confidence level 60%. Effort is around 400 hours, then we say rise score is 4.5. Similarly for settings, maybe 1000 hours, sorry, not 1000 hours, the reach is 1000 people, impact is 1, confidence is 30%, effort needed is 350 hours, then this is the score. So based on this rise score, we'll give the ranking 1, 2, 3, 4. So higher the rise score, the better the ranking. So based on this score, this is the priority. Registration feature is the highest priority in this case. Make sense? So this is pretty little complex, and is mostly used at the feature level. Okay, not at the story level. There is no point in using this at the story level. So this is the at the feature level which you can release it to the customers. Okay. Is it confusing or clear?
It's clear.
Rajiv, it's not pretty much clear yet, but we are just doing it first time, so just
Hmm,
getting basic understanding.
sure,
Yeah.
definitely. So maybe you can revise it, and if you have any questions,
Yes,
I'll take it. That way
definitely.
it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that would be.
Yeah, try to revise it. If you see that still not getting it, I'll repeat it. That's fine. Okay.
And how frequently do we use it, or um,
As I told, this can be done only at the start of the project.
okay,
Start of the project. Okay.
okay.
So can I just want to ask one thing? The way we have created health management 1, 2, 3, and that there
Mhm,
are sprints, there are heals, different heals. So that
mhm.
heals, that means features, right? Means create user name, no, registration, login, that are
Yes,
features. Okay.
yes. Those
Okay,
are
emergency
features.
contact, patient history, and then in that we have put the stories. Okay,
Correct, correct. That's right.
got you. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is on risk scoring. The next model is KANO model. So KANO model. So KANO model is mostly on the customer satisfaction or user satisfaction, and are we meeting the requirement or need or not. So this is how we put the KANO model. Basically on the y-axis we have the user satisfaction, wherein on the upper portion it says user satisfied, and down it says user are not satisfied, and are we meeting the need or not. So basically, just like it is little similar to Moscow, but again, this is used mostly for the smaller projects, again, while you're trying to prioritize the features. Now assume assume I'll take an example like this. Assume uh, you have decided to come to India. Okay, you you have booked a flight. Now, what are the basic things that you expect? The basic things that you expect is good ambience, on time arrival, on time departure, on time arrival, and a good ambience. These are basic things that you have expect, right? So those are the must-have features. Those are the must-have features. So if those basic features are not met, then you are really, really dissatisfied. If those basic features are not met, then you will be really dissatisfied, right? The customer will be very dissatisfied if those basic requirements are not met, right? So those are the must-have features which, just like our Moscow, has to be prioritized and picked up, right? And next is performance. The more is better. The more is better. Maybe uh, maybe things like, okay, the you have a very courteous air hostess, and a free meal is provided without you asking explicitly, and you are taken care really well. So there, performance comes into picture, where you're not asking it explicitly. You are not, the customer is not asking it explicitly, but that is needed. The performance is ultimately needed. Otherwise, uh, you know the application or whatever you're developing will not work. Will not work. Here also, the more you know the more comfort you are made, the more you like, the more is better, right? Your satisfaction level will be high if the performance is more. Finally, we have delighter feature or wow feature, where, which means like, you don't ask for these features. You don't ask for these features, but if you are given these features, you will be more than happy, and you will be taking it with both hands. And when you are when you are giving any delighter features to the customer, you tend to retain that customer forever. You tend to retain that customer forever, because because you are giving features without being even asked, and which is really helpful for them. Like, for example, assume, yeah, if you take the same example of the flight. Assume you are upgraded to business class without you being asking it. You are upgraded to business class, so you'll be really happy, right? You'll be a returning customer to that airlines, right? So that is a delighted feature. So similarly, in health management, if there is a feature that is delivered uh, or in the first release itself, without you being asking for it, or immediately asking for it, which is really helpful, then that's a delighted feature. But again, here the priority is must have ones, has to be taken care of at any cost, and then you will focus on performance, and finally on the delighted feature. So these are prioritized based on the customer satisfaction. Okay, that's when you use KANO model, when you keep customer satisfaction into mind. So another picture to show. So when to use KANO model? When you have limited time, when you have limited resources, and there's small minimum features, and if you have a wow feature that is involved, and also on performance enhancing, if it is more of a performance enhancing project kinds. So again, as I told, attractive needs are delighter features, performance needs are, it can be, the more you give the better, and yeah, stated, it's mentioned there, but more is better. Attractive needs are like, the customer doesn't speak about it, the customer doesn't expect it, but if you give it, the customer would be happy. Basic needs must be must have requirements. Okay, so this is on KANO model. Again, this is mostly on the feature prioritization. Okay, does this make sense?
Raju, how to make this? Is there any um, tools for make this graph or something? How
Oh,
this graph,
no,
like
graph
data?
actually, you need not make this graph, so it can be like this. You can just do uh, let me open
You
an
know, we
Excel.
used a template other day, so that's what I meant. Template, like.
There's no template as such, but you can do it this way. Let me put it here itself. You have 4 quadrant, assume. Mm, I don't have a tool. Let me see if I can put it in Paint. Or I can OneNote. Some tool. Let me try to do it in some tool. Let's see. Actually, I don't have any tool, but in your organizations, maybe you'll be provided tools like Miro board, Figma. In all those tools, you can do it, but that's more of a licensed tool. That's the reason, I don't have it.
So technically, there something, right? So we
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah. You
put the
have
data
tools.
and
You have
this graph will comes up.
correct, correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So otherwise also, if you see, I'll just try to do it in OneNote. So maybe I'll put a box. I'll put 4 quadrants maybe. Draw. So you'll draw something like this. Okay, and then you put the 4 quadrants like this. Maybe okay. This is what was that? User satisfaction, right? Yeah, you will put need fully met, need not met, user satisfaction, user dissatisfaction. So you just put that you need met, need. This is shabby, don't mind. User satis. User, yeah. Right. So here, assume the take our features itself. Maybe what feature? One click payment feature. Assume one click payment feature. So if you give one-click payment feature, that's again, it might customer. It's not a basic need. It's not a must-have thing. But if you are able to give that one-click feature, definitely the performance or what is that? Do you think it's a delighter feature or a performance enhancement one? One-click payment. without you having to enter the details, card details, and all those things. So it's more like more is better, right? It's like more is better. So you will put that. Of course, you will not have a graph kind of thing, but I don't know. In the tool we might have it, but here I'm not able to add that graph kind of thing. But I'll put somewhere here. Click, and on the must-haves will come here. Maybe a registration. Okay, and yeah, like this you can place it in the four quadrants. All the features you can place it in the four quadrants. That way you'll get to know which are the ones which are completely needed, or performance enhancement or delighter feature. Okay, I'm not sure if uh, I can show the tools. I don't have those tools, license tools of Miro or Figma, where we can actually build this. So I don't know. That's the reason I came up with OneNote. But yeah, the tool will be having something like this where you can put it in four quadrants. Is that fine?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, sure. Any other questions on this?
No.
Okay. So, but no, to be frank, if anyone asks you on the prioritization, you can simply say, you know, a couple of techniques like RISE and KANO, but you stick to saying that I use a simple technique, Moscow, that works best, and that is what I follow. So this is very simple, right? You are just putting into multiple buckets. It's very simple. So better to at least for story level, Moscow is the technique that has to be used. Moscow is the technique that has to be used. And you as a product owner, you will be working more on the stories. So this is a technique you may have to stick to. If you see here, this is all at the feature level. Rise and KANO is more at the feature level. And this prioritization sometimes would be done by the product manager itself. So you need not worry much here. But of course you need to know what are the various techniques that are there. So, but in reality, if you take reality, Moscow is the simple and most widely used technique. Okay, does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, any questions on prioritization?
I want to ask one thing, not on this. There's
Yeah,
one
yeah, sure.
question. What's the another word for feature? I think you told before, but I just don't
Epics,
remember. Epics.
epic,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Got
epics.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So then we'll stop here for today, and yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. Then actually next slide is on roadmap. Anyway, we have seen the roadmap in Jira, right? So yeah, but anyway, we'll touch upon it tomorrow. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Do we have a Thanksgiving this weekend? No, right?
No, it's
Thanksgiving
in
is on
November.
November.
November. Okay, okay.
It's a what
November
is it?
end.
But do you have
Colum
anything this weekend?
Columbus Day on Monday.
Yeah.
Columbus Day, is it? Okay, okay. Because
And
in
no
my
school.
previous class, one of the student told she'll not be available. So I was wondering, she told Thanksgiving, so I was like wondering, it's in November, right?
No, no, no,
Yeah,
not
it's
yet.
in November. Not yet.
Okay, okay. So it's a
So there is
Columbus
a
Day.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay, sure. Okay, okay then. Okay, then we'll catch up tomorrow.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you, thank you. So, bye.